her mouth shut.
Alright, hello everyone, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
I'm single Sarah.
And we're Untitled Nerd Network. Brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. And this is our review of Westworld Season 1, Episode 2, Chestnut. And this is actually a pretty good episode.
This is a really good episode. You are killing me right now.
I can't help it.
Yeah, you actually can.
You ever like one of those, one of those things that like is said and it really shouldn't be funny, but for some reason it just kind of lives in the back of your mind.
Probably because of the sign that was outside.
You can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of it. You're just trying and
that's why.
Just get out.
That's why this is bothering you, is that sign.
You'll be laying awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, guess what's back?
Win Mark Chestnut tickets.
Yeah. So anyway, now that we've gotten part of that out of the way, this episode did really good at beginning to show, or it may have showed most of the vacation experience of the park.
Yeah.
These two dudes show up. One guy is, for lack of a better word, a total asshole. The other guy feels like he's almost being drug along.
Yeah. And he's drug along, and then when he gets there, he wants to do things a different way, and the dude's like, "No, you have to do it this way."
Yeah, and
which is annoying when you go on vacation with somebody. Let's be real.
I almost, like, this is the first time we've met these two guys, and you know that the story is going, like, they're going to affect the story in a big way somewhere down the road.
They might. I don't know. They might just be passerbys for all we know.
Just to show the experience.
I don't know. Maybe the one guy, the quiet, shy guy, I guess you could say.
He keeps looking at what's her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the odds that asshole dude gets killed in the park?
Because he's an asshole. I mean, I'm just keeping it real.
But can he really get killed though?
He can by that one man.
That is true.
The man in black.
Yeah,
who's just visiting. It's confirmed that he's just visiting.
But he said he was born there 30 years ago.
No, he said he was practically born here.
Yeah, which means something happened at the park.
He's probably been coming to the park since the beginning. What I think he's wanting to do, because he wants a map to the entrance. And I guess you can't figure out where the exact entrance is because you come in on the train.
Yeah.
I think he wants to shut the entrance down so he never has to leave. Because he made the statement, I don't ever want to leave this park again. More or less.
But if he kills
and he's looking for the entrance so he can stay.
Why would you want to? Especially if you're just going to go around killing everybody.
Because some people are dark and nasty like that. That's why.
His sanity doesn't seem to be his strong point.
People out in this world, they're crazy. They want to live out stuff like that. I know it's a hard concept to believe, but it's true.
Yeah, but once you kill everybody off, what is the point of even being there?
Maybe he'll be fully satisfied then. Maybe he thinks he will be fully satisfied then.
What I thought was weird was where they watch everything on cameras and they see the dude like really causing some damage, this man in black.
And he was like, that man can have whatever he wants.
Yeah, because they were talking about, they was like, hey, do you want to like slow him down or make it harder for him? How would they have done that, I wonder? I
mean, they're computer programmed robots. I'm sure all it takes is a couple of buttons or a couple of commands.
What would they have done? They can't, would they have because remember one actually grabbed the guy.
They dialed up the prostitute's aggression by double.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm sure they can make it harder for the people he's fighting. Make them fight harder or something. I'm sure it's not that big of an issue.
Mean, technically, these robots could harm somebody. If they were to grab them, bash their head into a wall or something.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, you could probably program them to do that, but I mean, right now, supposedly they won't harm a fly.
Yeah.
But with this new update that they've done, maybe they can make it harder.
probably changed.
Yeah.
Well, the new girl. I like the opening of like as you go into the park. That was very very interesting.
It is.
Because you get to go in. The dude picked his clothing, and his buddy even like got him a piece before he went in there.
Yeah.
Like I guess that answered our question. They were robots, the female robots that were helping them pick and everything.
You couldn't tell it first.
And they were willing to let you pick a little more than clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So the dude like comes out zipping up his pants. I'm like, well, all right, man. You didn't wait long at all.
Right.
But yeah, you get to like pick your outfit, pick your hat, gun, everything. Speaking of guns, at the end of this episode, we see the girl who's basically become self-aware. She goes outside. Apparently, there's some kind of memory or something in her mind. She goes outside, finds an exact location, and digs up a gun. What is the significance of this gun? Is it a real gun that can kill people?
I don't know. It was just like, let me dig out this gun.
Because the episode basically ends with that. The one thing, the actual ending scene, is Anthony Hopkins' character, who is, I guess, the overall overseer of the park. And he basically tells this dude that his project that he's been working on for a long time isn't crap. And,
oh yeah, that was probably my favorite
yeah, because
part.
that guy was a jerk too.
He was
He
a
was,
jerk. He
especially
was an
when he
absolute jerk, and then dude was like, no.
Yeah.
But what is the significance? Like he goes, he was talking about like the church bells to the little robot boy early on in the episode, who we all thought was a real kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then
I was
turned out he was a robot.
mind blown.
But at the end, he's like, I've been working on a project of my own, and he goes out to like this tower with a cross on top of it. Looks like a church steeple or something. Okay, I mean, I don't know if we were supposed to be excited about that or what he's got going on.
Is something buried underneath all of it?
Are we supposed to be curious
I think that's what it is.
as
We're
to
just supposed to be
what
curious.
he's got going on?
That's like,
Because I'll go ahead and tell you, the better cliffhanger was the girl digging up the gun. I think the episode should have ended with that and had the Anthony Hopkins scene right before that. That's honest to God, that is the only flaw that I have.
and that's just a personal opinion.
Yeah, with this whole episode.
It makes me curious about what he's up to.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm very curious to see what.
I want to know what everybody's up to. I want to know what this Man in Black, what his end game is. I want to know. We also find out that the two park workers, the people who are like head project designers or whatever, the lady
who's like the overseer more or less, and
the
dude
financial
who's like-
person, really.
and the
They're
dude who's like a creative
He creates the robots.
head.
They have like this affair going on. It's
I
like one
wouldn't
of
say
those deals.
affair. I was
Not an affair, but they get together and hook up to relieve the tension, I guess. That you can tell that they don't really have much of a
because
connection.
when he asked her to stay, she was like, "Seriously,
yeah.
you never want me to."
So they're just getting together, relieving a little stress, I guess. But anyway, the episode. This episode gets a 9.5. God, I want to give it a 10, but I don't know what it is holding me back. Like,
Well, I know what it is holding it back. You think that it's the way it should have ended, should have flipped.
yeah, but
And that's
seriously.
probably enough for a half a point for you.
look, I'm gonna
But
say.
you totally missed the part where they're cutting her up and she's walking around.
I know.
Like,
Yes.
that was crazy.
Okay,
That's why this episode, I'm going to be right. That's why this episode's going to get a 10.
I'm changing
is
it to a 10. I
because
forgot
of
about
that.
that part. Yeah.
That was
So
a huge
the
part.
I guess you can call her the madam.
Yeah.
She's I guess the head prostitute in the brothel. She's the black lady, and come to find out, she had a previous incarnation, I guess, where she had a daughter, and she was like the victim, I guess, of like this Indian attack or whatever. And
Man.
were the Indians people or were they robots?
See, that's the question, because you wonder, because in the new storyline dude was promoting, you plainly saw one of the Indians you saw in her flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's really going on here?
It's almost like he repurposed some of the Indian characters
Yeah.
into his storyline. So yeah, those were probably robots. They were probably a thing where you had to go save the damsel in distress or something, and the man in black shows up. So this dude's been around. He shows up in her dream, and the girl who, the first one to become self-aware that found the gun later in the episode, told her earlier in the episode, they cross paths, and she tells the prostitute, hey, whenever I'm dreaming, I count backwards from 3, 3, 2, 1, and then I wake up. Well, she does that in her dream, and when she wakes up, she's on an operating table, which, oh God, they actually said that like she had developed a staph infection, like in her abdomen from not getting cleaned properly.
That's crazy.
I was like, dear God.
It's like, you gotta clean your stuff. That's how you end up with infections. Just saying.
I guess that's a real world lesson.
It is
She
a
woke
real
up.
world lesson.
She
Like,
woke up and she's supposed to be put in sleep mode, but
somebody messed up. But maybe they put her in sleep mode, and since she's becoming self-aware, she literally
She was
woke
able to
herself
wake up. That's
true.
that's.
Yes.
I guarantee that's what happened.
Yes.
She was put in sleep mode while she was asleep. She started dreaming, and she could consciously control that. She counted down from 3. She woke up out of sleep mode, which was not supposed to happen. And then she goes walking around
And of course,
the
she's
laboratory.
freaking out.
She goes
you know.
outside. That is a memory that's going to stay with her. And this is where the whole thing blows wide open.
Yeah.
Because she's going to share her
It's gonna
experiences
stay
with
with
others.
her, but do you think she's gonna have an opportunity to share her experience before they pull her?
don't know.
I think that if she sees all this and they pull her, they're going to put her down in the basement, and that's where things are going to go to crap in that
It
department.
might be, yeah.
Either way, this is going to be fun to
I
see.
know.
And I'll go ahead and say from like about the 4-minute mark, about 4 minutes into this, whatever, from the very beginning to about, what was this episode? About, this was like an hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah.
From the very beginning of the episode to like the 55-minute mark or so, I was just glued to the TV. Like, I was actually changing our profile photo on the Facebook page during this episode, and 55 minutes in, I'm just getting it finalized. It took me 55 minutes to change what normally takes about 2 minutes to do.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, the computer's going over here. I'm watching this.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
It was really good. So yes, it does get a 10. This episode's a 10. And this episode is the one that basically made me say, hey, you know what? This is already becoming one of my favorite shows.
That's cool.
Already. The atmosphere's great. The effects are good.
Yeah,
The-
with this episode, like, last episode was really good, but this episode made me more into it.
Yeah, this is the one that kicked it off.
And
Like the
it's
first
making you
episode.
question more too.
And not to say the first episode was bad, it did really good on explaining backgrounds and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But this was just better, and I'm more excited.
They were
for
able
the
to have some
series.
fun with this because they didn't have as much explaining to do.
Yep.
And the explaining they did do was a part of the plot that they didn't really have to try, like showing the opening. You got to see the park through the eyes of a tourist, and like it was like, I mean, it had like great effects. It had, an awesome story. It had suspense. It had some stuff I can't mention that I like, and like all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah. Watch
So,
the show for that.
whatever. That's why I like HBO. They don't have to sugarcoat anything.
Pretty much.
So anyway, what do you give it, Sarah? 10?
Oh yeah, I give it 10.
Awesome.
All tens.
Loved it.
Yay.
All right. Well, yeah. Straight 10s all the way across the board. And we're going to go ahead and hop off because even though this is going to be pre-recorded, we still have some Walking Dead to do after this. So.
Yay.
All right. Well, that's it.
Yes.
That is it.
Yay. All right. Well, anyway, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
I am single Sarah.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. This has been Westworld Season 1, Episode 2, The episode was called Chestnut. And we'll see everyone later. Thanks for watching.